Hi, I'm Morgan Turner, Health Education Assistant at the Human Development Institute and Special Olympics athlete and athlete ambassador. This series, titled Morgan's Musings, is dedicated to learning about disability, health, advocacy, and leadership from all different types of people. We will talk with disability self-advocates, caregivers, and parents, and people that work with individuals with disabilities. We hope this series of interviews help teach you to become a leader and a self-advocate in your own unique way. Okay. Hi, I'm Morgan, and today we will be interviewing Elaine. Let's get started. Can you tell us about your job here at HDI and what brought you to this field?
Sure. Well, I'm the training director here at University of Kentucky HDI, and so I oversee our graduate certificate in developmental disabilities, and we have an undergraduate certificate in universal design. So I teach classes and I work with the students, and then I also work on grants and different projects with the community. So for example, I'm working on a grant right now about co-occurring mental illness and intellectual disabilities, and so for people who have that co-occurring mental illness and intellectual disabilities, they often don't get services. So we're trying to figure out how to better serve that population.
Okay, cool. What does self-advocacy mean to you?
When I think about self-advocacy, I think about being able to stand up for yourself, discuss what you want, what you believe in, how you feel you should be treated in the world.
Awesome. What are some skills and qualities you think good self-advocates should possess?
I think self-advocates need to find a way to express themselves. So it doesn't really matter how they do it, it's just finding a way that they are comfortable expressing themselves. So for example,
right.
If you get nervous talking to people, maybe you can find another way to express yourselves, like maybe you're very good at writing. And so I think finding a way to express yourself in whatever's comfortable for you, and then being persistent.
Right, awesome. What do you think is the best way to empower individuals to be strong self-advocates?
I think that having a mentor would help. So if you're getting started as a self-advocate, having someone to mentor you who's done it themselves and guide you, I think would be very helpful. And I also think just getting a variety of experiences to find where you're most comfortable and what you're most passionate about. So trying out a bunch of new things and then having mentors and peers.
What do you think makes a good leader?
That's a good question. I think there's all different types of leaders, so it's hard to say one good type of leader, but I think that it's always important for a leader to be a self-reflective person who's constantly striving to do better and who's willing to think about what they've done and what they can do better, and get input from others as well on how they can continue to improve and continue to strive for the best.
Awesome. What is one characteristic that you believe every leader should possess?
Personally, I think every leader should be kind and caring, because I think to work with others and to work as a leader and something you care about, you have to care about those around you.
Absolutely. How have your past experiences helped you become a better leader within the disability advocacy community?
I think that I've learned from all the people I've met in the disability advocacy community. So I've seen a lot of different leaders and a lot of different powerful leaders who advocate in different ways. And I've really learned from each of them about how to be a better leader myself.
Awesome. What do you think is the biggest challenge facing leaders today?
This is very tough.
Yes, yes.
A couple of things come to mind, though I think it depends on the environment in which you're a leader. So in the workplace, for example, one of the neat things happening is that now, we can have people working from home and people working in a different city for us. And in some ways that's wonderful because we have more diversity in our workforce. But in other ways, you're going to have to figure out how to create a team environment when you have some people who don't work in the office and others who do. So I think there's some challenges in the workplace, and we can be really creative in addressing that and making the best team possible.
What qualities and habits do you think help a person lead a healthy lifestyle?
Well, I think this really depends on the person. I can say for me, a good habit for me would be to have a partner who's working with me to lead a healthy lifestyle, and that gives me a little accountability. Some people aren't motivated by that and they have to figure out their own motivations, but I think for me a good habit would be having someone that I talk to about being healthy, and someone maybe that I exercise with, or someone that I cook with, so that we can help each other be accountable.
I agree 100%. What do you think is the biggest challenge people have in staying healthy?
That's a good question. I think it's hard.
Yes.
Sometimes you know what you should be doing, but it is fun to eat junk food sometimes, and there are days you're tired and don't want to exercise. So I think it's just pushing through. So maybe you're tired and finding a way to push through and work out anyway, or maybe you can resist the dessert if you ate something a little bit over the holidays that was a little bit more than you needed. So just finding small ways to make changes. But I do think it's very tempting, especially if there are other people around you that are not being healthy.
Definitely. Who is your hero? And that can be a mentor you look up to or a leader.
Good question. Well, I would say that when I worked at the ARC, my boss, Nancy, who was executive director, is someone I've always looked up to as a leader. She did a really wonderful job of building up a team. So she really helped us to become a team. She supported each of us, and she encouraged everyone, and she believed in everyone's ability. So she gave confidence to people who may not have had confidence themselves. And so I really always have looked up to her and thought, her energy and her passion, it was so contagious, and it made the whole workplace just a wonderful place.
What motivates you to work hard?
For me, I'm a team person, so I love being a part of a team, and I think that helps me be accountable. Knowing that my teammates are counting on me, that helps me work harder, because I feel like I'm a part of this bigger vision, and I'm a part of this team, and that I need to contribute my part, and I need to keep working hard so that we can achieve making the world a better place. So I think it's partly the vision. I work hard to make the world a better place, and then having teammates who are there with me.
Awesome. Being a unified partner in Special Olympics, do you feel like you were a leader? And if so, why did you feel like you were a leader?
Not really. Being a part of Unified Sports, I really felt more like I was just a part of the team. So we were all teammates together. And I guess that on a team, people step up to be leaders in different times. So there may have been a time when I was a leader and helped someone else, and there are other times in Unified Sports when someone's helped me. So I think I felt like more of a team player, and we were all in it together, and different people stepped up to be leaders on different occasions.
Awesome. Well, I think that's our last question. Thank you for letting us interview you, Elaine.
Thank you.
Thank you.